Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another math video. In today's video we're going to be talking about how can I go from 2 points and write an equation in point slope form. Let's go ahead and let's get started. So here we're given 2 points and they ask us to write an equation of the line in point slope form that passes through these given points. So as always, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and write down my point slope form equation, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, and for this problem we're actually going to need to use the slope formula, which is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we got to go ahead and label our points. I would start off by labeling our 2 points. The first point is going to be x1, y1. Our second point, similarly, is going to be x2, y2. And we go ahead and we plug in those values into our slope formula. So this is going to equal, on the top, I'm going to have y2, which is 6, minus y1, which is 4. And I found those from right there. And then on the bottom, I'm going to have x2, which is 3, minus x1, which is 2. And I go ahead and just add and subtract. 6 minus 4 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. 2 divided by 1, I end up getting 2. So now I know my slope is 2. And remember, for point slope form, we need 2 pieces of information. We need the slope and we need a point. And we're actually fortunate in this problem that they actually give us 2 points. And you're able to use either point. It's up to you. I can choose to use the first point or the second point. Because I already labeled though my first point as x1, y1, I'm going to go ahead and recycle this point, 2, 4, again, x1, y1, and now I can take this information and plug it in to that formula. I now have all the missing pieces. I have 1 point and 1 slope. So doing so would lead me to y minus y1, which in this case is 4. Again, I find that right here. y1 is 4. Equals m, which is 2. Okay, m is 2. Again, all I'm doing is I'm plugging things into this formula and I'm writing it down here. Now I need my parentheses times x minus x1. Here we see x1 is 2. And there I have it, the equation to a line written in point slope form. And I know that this line would go through those 2 points. Let's go ahead and let's do one more that involves some negative numbers. And let's see if that changes anything. So again, I have 2 points. I'm going to use the same formulas I used for the last one. So I'm going to go ahead and write my point slope form equation, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And again, I'm looking for 2 pieces of information, one of them being my slope, and then I need a point. Okay, I'm going to label my points again. First point is x1, second point is x1, y1. Second point would be x2, y2. And again, we're going to use that same slope formula we used in the last one, which was y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And let's go ahead and let's plug these values in. Up above, y2 I see is negative 4 minus a negative 7. That's an interesting sight right there. Double negatives. Be careful. On the bottom I'll have x2, which is 2, minus x1, which is negative 1. So now, understanding that a negative minus negative is actually a positive, so these turn into additions. So now I have negative 4 plus 7, which would give me 3. And 2 plus 1, which would also be 3. And 3 divided by 3 is nothing other than 1. So now I found my slope. My slope was 1. So now I have one missing piece of information that I need. And again, just like the last one, we're going to recycle one of our points. I'm going to go ahead and recycle the first point, which is x1, y1. So I'm going to recycle negative 1, negative 7. And again, it's important that you understand that this is actually x1 and y1. And now all I have to do is plug that in to our slope formula here. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Doing so would get me y minus y1 is a negative 7, so I actually have to write negative 7 equals m, which was just 1, times x minus x1, which is just negative 1, so I have to write negative 1. And here again I have two instances where I see a double negative. So I want to do my best to clean that up. So these turn into positives. And I actually have y plus 7 equals 1 times x plus 1. And this here is the equation to a line written in point slope form, and I know that this line once again goes through these 2 points. So hopefully now you feel like you can write an equation in point slope form when you're given 2 points. Again, this equation to this line, if we were to graph it, you would actually see that it goes through these 2 points that we were given. And if you want to see how to graph an equation in point slope form, go ahead and watch this next video, okay? So that you can see how we can actually take this equation of a line and graph it. As always, just want to thank you for watching, and I hope you continue to learn through these.